I'm 32, perched on the creaky twin bed of my teenage years, surrounded by the debris of who I once was. Faded band posters cling to the walls, relics of passions I've outgrown. My old desk sits buried under dried-up pens, chipped snow globes, and dusty picture frames. A bitter chuckle escapes me. It's almost poetic, this cruel homecoming. I'm Olivia, and somehow I've circled back to where I began, sifting through the wreckage of a life I thought I'd built. It started with Daniel. We met at Rachel's housewarming, her new townhouse gleaming like a page from a design magazine. Envy twisted in my gut as I stepped inside. She had the career, the fiancé, the glow of a life on track. I was exhausted, worn thin by shallow dates and fleeting dreams. Then I saw him. Daniel wasn't the loud type, no grand gestures or spotlight-stealing charm. He stood quietly, tall, with a calm that pulled you in. It wasn't his face that hooked me, it was how he listened, eyes locked on mine, like my words were the only ones in the room. We talked for hours, like we'd been tethered in some past life. For the first time in years, I felt a flicker of something alive inside me. He didn't disappear after that night. Daniel was steady, kind, showing up without fanfare. No games, just a slow, gentle fall into love. A year later, he proposed. The next, we stood under soft lights, exchanging vows. It felt right, like love was meant to be this simple. He showed his care in quiet ways, notes tucked in my bag, my coffee made just right, fixes to things I hadn't noticed were broken. He didn't need to prove himself. He just loved me, day in, day out. But somehow, that wasn't enough. His steadiness started to feel flat, his dependability too predictable. I craved something sharper, passion, thrill, a spark I couldn't define. Doubts crept in, first as whispers, then as screams. Did I settle? Was this comfort, not love? I picked at our life, hunting for cracks in something that only ever offered calm. Then came the night it all broke. A cozy dinner with friends, wine, and laughter, the kind of night that should have felt warm. The topic turned to love, fate or choice. Without thinking, I laughed and said, if I could do it over, I probably wouldn't have married Daniel. The room froze. Folks stilled. Smiles vanished. Daniel's jaw tightened, his hands gripping his glass. Good to know, he said, voice low, cutting. I tried to brush it off, play it as a joke, but the words had claws. He didn't fight, didn't yell. That night, he slept in silence. By morning, he was gone. His closet empty, his toothbrush missing. But what gutted me was what he left. His wedding ring, glinting beside our honeymoon photo. I stared, hollowed out. I called, texted, nothing. I told myself he'd come back once the pain faded. But weeks became a month, and the truth sank in. He wasn't returning. What hurt most wasn't just his absence. It was his peace with it. I was drowning in regret while he'd already moved on. I saw him one day, at a cafe downtown, sunlight in his hair, laughing. Across from him was a woman, serene and radiant without trying. He looked at her the way he once looked at me, like she held his world. My heart screamed to run to him, to plead, to rewind. But I didn't. Deep down, I knew he hadn't left because his love faded. He left because mine never matched what he deserved. Now I am here, in this room of outdated memories. Old trophies, scribbled journals, photos of a girl who thought she had forever to get it right. The weight of it chokes me. They say you don't know what you've got till it's gone, but sometimes you do. You just never believe it'll slip away.